Bring up snare. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Christ169 coming to you live. I'm drinking Diet Mountain Dew. I need to stay awake because I got to wake up too late, early. It might trigger somebody me drinking a Diet Mountain Dew, but whatever. Anyway, though, today's topic of the video today. Today's topic of the video is going to be what is the ESRB and how does it help, if any at all? Why was it made? To really understand the situation, the ESRB is actually it's the entertainment software ratings board. And how does this work is very simple. Um, I'm gonna give you a very quick background of it, very quick foundation of why we're talking about this today. On every game cover, I only have 2 games here for Nintendo Switch right now, and it says E for everyone, or tools. I think it's Spanish or whatever it's called. Spanish for E for everyone as well. And on the back, it gives detail of what it means, what it says, what the gameplay is. Same thing with a racing game, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Comic Mischief, Mild Fantasy Violence. Yeah. This is what it is. Rating system. So when parents are buying little Billy or whoever a game, they know what its age group is for. And that's really what the ESRB is. It's an age grading group, mostly filled with non-gamers, people who are probably business suits, who've gone to school for liberal arts degrees, and the only job they can get is rating video games technically. Who really sole purpose to find out if this game is okay for little Billy to play. And I think I'm going to be very blunt. I think the ESRB is the most useless damn thing outside of the federal government that has come out of this situation, the federal government. And to give you a reason why, games like Mortal Kombat, Night Trap, and different games like that started this whole situation back in 93, 91, 93 era, where people were up in arms over the fact that, oh my God, we think of the children, we'll poison the children. But now we have, we have drag queens teaching young boys and girls how to be, drag. That's okay. But I know I'm not going to get into politics or whatever with that. But see, now we're totally screwed up now. And these kids are being more screwed up now than they were when I was a kid. Hell, when I was their age, we would learn ABCs and 1, 2, 3. When we learned about the dragon going wish, wish, wish by some drag queen. Okay, so I'm sorry if I offend you. I don't care. Leave my channel if I offend you because I don't give a damn. But the ESRB had different rating systems. And games like Mortal Kombat, Night Trap were only a few of them that really got the ball rolling with it. And Night Trap had a scene where, if you played it, I think I have it on my Switch, Night Trap. Of course, Nintendo said none of Night Trap will never be on a Switch product. Nintendo product. And it came to the Switch around 2019, 2020. It's kind of funny. It actually said that. It actually said on live TV that, this game will never come on a Nintendo product, and about maybe 30 years later, it's on a Nintendo product. A rated teen, by the way. It is rated teen, not mature. By the way, they changed it from M to T because over the decades, games have become different. And there's many games, but it's mostly because of those games. And you might have heard of the thing called the hot coffee mod from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. We have a sex scene. That's really not your sex scene. It's like 2 polygon stuffed animals trying to go at it. It's not really like a porno, like an actual porno on online or video rent. It's one of those, stores. Anyway, I mean, he might go to the store to rent one of those videos back in the day. Of course, they did create that. No, that's no, the porn industry. They actually did start the VHS revolution. Another side note of information that may be good, useful out there, somebody to understand. But everybody on my channel is adults anyway. I don't have any children anyway. But the ESRB was created to help self-regulate the industry because games were finding a way into kids' hands. And I think the biggest problem with the situation is that you can't regulate a medium where everyone's playing. Because back in the 80s, you had games like, different games that had, control, like, breasts. Like certain games, like certain clubs had games you can, interactive games back in the 80s and 90s. But the ESRB is more to help regulate at home. And I say it's the most useless thing on planet Earth because if parents don't regulate at home, why is it the fault of CD Project Red or 2K or Battle or EA Dice or Activision now Microsoft problem that Timmy is playing Call of Duty and going, yeah, yeah, MF motherfucker and FUBAR and other crap and saying all this stuff. He must hurt from those damn video games. No, he might be hurt from that damn crazy uncle of yours. You know. And sorry guys, I'm going on a tantrum here. I'm trying to keep myself focused here. But because ESRB really bothers me. I mean, it doesn't work. Okay, but what's supposed to do? You have rating guides here from E all the way to a rating pending. And rating pending is usually uh, has likely mature 17. Rating pending means rated not yet assigned. Final ESRB rating appears only in advanced marketing promotional. E is for everyone. E10 and up. Teen, mature, and adults only. Only 100 something games have gotten adults only, or 27, I think, have gotten adults only because most of them are just pornography. And Scott the Waz did a real funny ESRB on it when he was standing next to TV when he said, yeah, only certain games are AO because most of them are just, it says porn on it. And he was smiling when he was standing next to the TV. I thought it was kind of funny myself too because it makes a lot of sense though. But going back to the topic of the ESRB, and does it help at all? No, because kids 12 years are still playing Call of Duty. A lot more now since Activision is bought by Microsoft. Microsoft has had a foothold in everybody's house, where every kid has an Xbox or a gaming rig, and with the EA app or Xbox app already loaded on their systems, kids are already playing these kind of games. I mean, I back when I was a kid playing House of the Dead when I was 14, 15 years old in the arcade was considered risque for some people. But whatever. I had more money. I made more money, and I did that. But these kids are being handed by their parents rated M, mature rated games. For most cases, the parents don't even know what they're playing. And I understand some parents that are pretty cool and laid back. Their parents laid back cool, so they'll hopefully sit down with little Johnny and little Susie, and when they're playing Grand Theft Auto 5 together, and they'll have more of a story-based, learning session about the game itself and what really going on here, how killing hookers is not a good thing, and getting into drugs is not something you want to do. These people are playing a character or actors. People are, but there just happen in the world. But crime doesn't always pay. I mean, you can have a lesson on the games if you want your child to explore different racier content, like mature rated or teen rated games. That's fine. That's your business. But to go up the store and go hand them Call of Duty. Here you go. Here's Call of Duty. And he's not old enough to even get a learner's permit yet. To me, that's kind of crossing the line of parenting and just more child abuse because the kid is not old enough to understand, what they're doing. I don't care how smart they think they are. your brain has not fully developed yet. And me personally, the ESRB is just giving people a reason to run buy mature games, because the kids know is, well, I can play mature game because that's because that's a fun game. I don't play Mario where I'm jumping on Goombas all day. I don't play the the fun game where I'm pulling people out of the car and blowing their brains out, running around calling chaos and Grand Theft Auto 5. That's what they want. And because they see the brothers do it, sisters do it, families do it, they want to do it too. And I always been taught that kids don't do what adults do, kind of thing. It's kind of it's kind of that do what I say, don't do what I do kind of thing. But I think what the ESRB is trying to, of course, failed miserably, just like the record labels, just like the record labels with Tipper Gore, Tip on the World, fantastic fascist woman. Tipper Gore was. She created this parental advisory. All it did to help Eminem and Marilyn Manson, sell out more records. That's all it did. It didn't really give any type of leeway or helping the youth fight this evil demon of evil Marilyn Manson or whoever else. All it did was to give the kids pipeline to these individuals. Same with video games. ESRB to me is the most useless organization out there. I can go in the store right now and buy an M-rated game. They won't card me because I look like an adult, and I am an adult. I'm 42 years old. But I could buy an M-rated game on Steam. Granted, it asked for my birthday. Okay. Now if I'm a little Timmy and not stupid, I play GTA 5. I got Steam money. My parents don't watch what I'm doing. It's like I can buy whatever game I want, just have fun with it. If they don't know anything about games, I changed my birthday to match up to 18, and I'm like 12, 13 years old. Bam, I can buy all the games I want. This is why I think parents need to be a little more into their child's relationship with their lives and not just pushing it onto the government or to the game companies to actually regulate what the parents should be regulating to their kids. It's not the game company's job to play mom and dad. Mom and dad need to play mom and dad and quit being buddies to their children and start being the parents like they should be. I'm hard pressed to find anybody that could tell me, in this generation, new generation, that they had it rough that I did. Now we weren't allowed to play games when we wanted to. We had a certain time to play games. That's it. If you didn't get your chores done, you didn't play games. If your chores went over your game time, guess what? You lost your game time that day, and you cried about it. And, you got a whooping for it. Our parents didn't play around with us. They're born in the 40s and raised in the 50s. They were not going to play. So that's why I never had a problem with that. But I have a problem when I hear kids cursing and swearing up a storm and acting like adults. I'm like, you're kids. Go play Barbie dolls or GI Joes or something. But once again, ESRB. And how does it fit to the ESRB? It does a lot because these kids want to be adults, so they get their moms to go buy or dad to go buy this rated M-rated game. Parents know that it's M-rated, but they're gonna buy it because the kid's gonna cry and scream and squawk about it because that's what what kids do. They cry and scream and squawk, and the parents give in and they give them what they want. And I think it's a real sad situation in today's generation where parents are trying to be buddies instead of parents to their children. When ESRB is not is not a guardian for your kids, because these game companies will sell you anything. Now they'll sell you E-rated game, or M-rated game, or T-rated game. They don't care because to them it's just a game. Uh, but M-rated games are more for people like me, adults, teenagers, and I think, and I do believe that the ESRB needs a PG-13 or TV-14 rating system, like a E for everyone, but more like a PG-13 where it has some curse words in it. The kids are over 15, they're over 16 years, the 13 years plus. They're getting that era now where they're understanding big word, understanding more about adult life. They're not stupid little kids. They're not stupid brainless little kids now. They're actually becoming teenagers They know more. So having a PG-13 rating like that, like you have for movies, is good. But I want to discuss some of these ratings here with you. E for everyone is everyone. Contains general simulation of ages, may contain mild cartoon fantasy or mild violence. Frequently used mild language. E for 10 is content generally suitable for ages 10 and up. May contain more cartoon fantasy violence, mild language, and mild or minimum suggested themes. Teen has content strong language. M M for mature contains general intent may contain intense violence, blood and gore, sexual content, and the use of strong language. Adults only contains suitable for adults only may contain pornographic scenes, intense violence, graphic sexual content, and gambling and with real currency. Rated pending is games rated pending, and rated pending likely mature for the games for rated mature. Yada yada yada. But I think the biggest problem is with the ESRB to me personally. What makes me think ESRB uses things as a thimble is that the ESRB is not something that's very easy to put on. And what happens is, and I forgot to mention this, but no, the game is not played by these people. They get a video shot or video of a game being played by a programmer or a game tester dancing around, stomping on Goombas. So what they see on the screen, something that already happened in past tense, and it's sent to them, and they sit there with a pen and paper and check off certain boxes, see what it tails. I think personally the ESRB should be able to have gamers on there, all ages and background, even pull kids off the street with the parents, sit down and play games that are rated for their, the maturity. And ask questions and maybe give a gift card or money or what from some form of currency or whatever for their input. More like go out there and seek you shall find. You get the public because somebody wearing a suit and tie saying, "Well, this game has some spin kicking into mild blood. I'm gonna make it mature." That has happened to a lot of games. Elder Scrolls Five, Elder Scrolls was given a mature rating, but it was a teen rated game for the longest time because there was a code in there you can get only on PC, also using hacking tools, third party hacking to break the code where all the women walked around topless. And the hot coffee mug mod was a mod that was only available if you hacked the game. It wasn't available. Yes, it was encoding, but you couldn't access it in the menu. Like, click on menus, hot coffee mod, do that. Now on Steam, you can actually play that game and go into settings and actually, enable that because now it's just not even a rated M. No, it's rated. It's unrated version for PC players. But San Andreas is so old that it's like I said, it's almost like two polygon dolls trying to do it. It makes to me, no sense. You want to watch pornography, just watch pornography and call it a day. But that's just me. I mean, that's how I look at things. I mean, it's like watching two sex dolls trying to go at it. It just to me, it has no sense, no bearing sense of common sense to me. I mean, you watch two polygons go at it. That's stupid, right? So moving on from that. But this is what people do. People sit down and they watch a video of maybe a 2 minute clip of of gameplay, and they get an idea. Well, Resident Evil looks like it's violent, so I'll make it mature. Of course, it's mature. You're killing, blowing zombies away. But some people are weird like that. So the Elder Scrolls and games like that were given. I know Mayhem. I know games like Thrill Kill on the PlayStation wasn't released, but it was given an AO rating. There is actually a ROM that you can find of it, and you play it. and it's really not that violent no more than anything else. And the thrill kill, where you run around killing people, just thrill killing, that's an overhead view, and you're just killing people. It's called thrill kill. Um, Once again, you're just killing people. See, video games are not like movies because the movie, the actor is a killer or the savior or whatever you want to call it, antagonist. In the game, you are the killer, the savior, the antagonist. For a lot of people, draw the line at. I think games should be regulated, yes, but it starts at one group of people, the parents. That's who needs to be regulating this crap to the kids, not letting the kids run around and play Call of Duty or Halo or Grand Theft Auto 5 because little Johnny's friend does it, and I mean Johnny can do it too. Johnny friend them all bridge. I guess Johnny gonna do it too, huh? That's the that's terminology that parents need to make their kids understand. It's not about the fact that we don't want you to have fun. Tell a parent, tell a kid we love you enough. We want you to have no. We want you to develop fully and maturely with the right understanding and scruples of what you're looking at. If we let you play the most violent game you can think about to play, for this example, Call of Duty or Battlefield or Halo or Resident Evil games, we're setting a bad example. That's how parents should address it. Not, well, it's my law or hit the road jack. No, it's you tell them why. That you're not old enough to understand this stuff. Well, Johnny does it. Well, Johnny's parents is screwed up. I'm sorry. If I had to tell him point blank, you ain't doing it because Johnny's family gets screwed up. This family ain't screwed up. You want to play the games, you're going to wait until you're 18. Now, at least, if he's 12, 15, 16 years old, 13, we can talk about some things. But I always say parents should play the game with their kids. The kid's locked away in a basement playing Call of Duty Grand Theft Auto 5. But be with your kids. If you want to buy Grand Theft Auto 5 Call of Duty, you sit down and you talk about it. As if we're going to play a game, GTA 5. We'll play it together. No, you have all the curse words in there. All the stuff in there. You can have it all unmuted. So then, when certain things happen, like, yeah, you don't run a red light, you don't mow down people, and if you mow people down, if you mow people down on the sidewalk, you say, hey, this is not a normal way of doing things. I know I'm going on rambling, guys, but I can think of better ways to use people's time than have an ESRB rating system telling me that this game here is rated E for everyone. Zelda's been a child's game since it came out in the 80s. I don't need an ESRB telling me, oh, this, I don't know. Is this rated E for E? I need to go tell somebody GameStop, have them tell me, oh my God, I finally. No, I don't need that because I'm not a tool. Okay, I'm an adult. I played games a long time, way before the ESRB was even created. So games we played, yeah, a lot of games stunk back then too. But they don't have a game for S calls the game sucks. She should have an ESRB rating called S. Yeah, because if this game sucks, but of course they don't have that. But they'll have ESRB rating for everything on the sun. They got rid of early childhood and got rid of all that crap. The AO rating is only around because some games still AO, even though they're mostly online and the pornography on PC. Practically watching a porno and doing some keystrokes or whatever you're doing. So it's not really anything to look at there. Just you watch a porno on your on your computer or whatever. That's all really what you're doing with AO games, adult only games. But I think they should have two mature ratings. They should have PG-13 mature and NC-17 mature, or PG-14 plus mature and MA NC 18 over mature. Have two that you have teen for 13, 12, 13 years old, and you get 14 to 16. You have, the mature, the PG-13 or TV-14 or mature 13 plus, we want to call it. Then you go to mature, 17, 18, and we want to call it. That way, you fit all the characteristics on one. You don't just have just a broad brush. You need to really painstakingly figure this out. And I think ESRB needs to grow like that, to have a 14 or teen plus, T plus, 14 and up. No, like a teen plus, teen and teen plus for 15 and up. That's fine too. That makes more sense. Something like that will make people understand. 'Cause a lot of games there are weird. Games get weirder and weirder every time you look at them. This doesn't mean it's bad to have the game. Just ESRB needs to be a lot more of, less of broad brush, more painstakingly going through it and figuring out which one is really which. Because right now it's harder and harder as it is to figure out what game is for this person or not. Because some E-rated games, some T-rated games should almost be mature, and some E-rated games should be teen, and some teen games should be E because they don't look at violence at all. They just have mild violence, but no blood or anything. So it's really kind of a broad brush that they've been painting with for the longest time. I think they should come out with different levels of comic mischief. But until that happens, and now until the game companies, especially the ESRB software board, really gets on board to understand that not everybody's going to read the ESRB rating system, and not everybody's going to adhere to it like it's the of holy grail of text for the gaming community. You're not going to have much sense making sense why parents are getting their kids play Call of Duty, other than the fact that the kids bug their parents to death for it. And that's what the ESRB is all about. To me, the ESRB is like the record, labeling parental guidance or respective, you know, and the cursing, and we have unedited music. You're putting the exact same thing in there with the games. So you have to really broaden out what you want. Christ 169. Peace, love. See you guys later.